Welcome, everyone, to the most recent episode of All Gas, No Trash, otherwise known as the most decent and the most alright gossip music podcast on the planet.
Or so we've been told.
Yeah, or so we've been told. My name's Josh. I'm here today with the man of the hour, the man with the power.
Too sweet to be sour.
Too sweet to be sour.
Sky's the limit and space is the place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you gotta like fiddle your fingers, and then you gotta turn around when you're getting interviewed.
yeah.
So when Mean Gene Okerlund is looking at you, you're looking the fucking opposite.
Other direction. Oh, yeah.
So to break up a little bit, because we are going to get back to the Mike Shinoda business, because this shit pissed me off. Like, I'm not even a Linkin Park fan, but I ended up watching the 51-minute piece of shit interview with Zane Lowe, which I loathe all the way through, and the only bits, it's somewhere around the 31 to 38 minute mark. We're going to get to that in the next episode. In the meantime,
he's like, in the meantime, we're going to talk about someone else I hate.
Yeah. No, I don't hate this person, but we do need to get the plugs out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Game Rage Mag on X,
Twitter/X.
Game Rage Magazine across TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah. And that's it.
And
just TikTok and
YouTube.
Instagram. Oh, and YouTube's got to be its own. YouTube. Y'all motherfuckers are showing up on YouTube.
You motherfuckers are doing a damn good job.
And keep it up, because it's really helping.
Yeah. It's quite excellent.
Yeah. And you're already listening to us, so just fucking go follow on Instagram at All Gas No Trash Official, just to see music-related things and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also, if you like anime and mangas
from the Japans,
you can go to anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram.
Neat.
Indeed.
All right, so now to the episode itself.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been following this artist. Her name is August Eve, or formerly known as August Eve. She's now known as Evita. And she was part of this management agency that was the same management group. And I think they've since disbanded. But this was when this management group was popping. They're called Miha Management. And one would believe that because this girl, August Eve, was part of the record label, or not the record label, this management group, that there were high hopes for the artist herself.
Okay.
I adored August Eve because I thought her music was pretty banging. I mean, her first EP, and I hate to say it, but one of the few things that she's released, because she's quite spotty in terms of releases, her EP called Ashes in a Vase was like one of my favorite things that came out in 2019. Had a great number of songs. It was like somewhere between like bossa nova music and I guess Sade, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Sade, the artist that you're all familiar with. Smooth Operator and all those songs and shit.
Listen, full disclosure, I will say I have not heard anything from this chick, but I kind of want to listen to now. Oh, I have?
You have, yeah. Oh. We've talked about her because she's like the daughter of a member from Poison. Like her.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's been numerous years since she's released music, and it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse in so many ways.
Like the music, or?
Yes. So I don't really know what went on. I can't really piece. I've tried talking to other people to ask like what's happened.
Yeah.
To start off with, at some point, Miha Management dissolved, and I don't think it's actually a thing anymore. And at some point, she must have been let go, right?
Yeah.
And then her manager that was part of Miha Management, her manager's name was Jazz, also was not involved with her at all. Like she's the person that was her manager went off and did her own thing, but she's also not managing August Eve either. So that to me implies that, you know, the faith within August Eve as an artist to be profitable and to go upwardly in the music industry is starting to come apart. And I personally like started feeling that way in the last couple years, and maybe in the last couple 3 years, I would say.
Wait, so Miha Management doesn't exist?
Yeah.
I mean, they have shit on here that they're talking about. Wait.
Miha Management.
Maybe this is a band called Miha.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But
All right, go ahead.
so in addition to the fact that we haven't gotten new music largely, we got one single, and she has decided to call herself Evita.
Okay.
And that is kind of hard for me to process because August Eve is kind of like, in my mind, it comes across as Lana Del Rey-esque to say that name August Eve.
Yeah.
Like, it's just cool. Like, that's her actual fucking name. So I don't know what prompted her to change her name, but personally, it doesn't work for me, brother. So in addition to the fact that she changed her name, her music has also changed, and it sounds more, oddly enough, like, the single that she released, I forgot what it was called, but it comes across like G-Funk, like 90s hip-hop, like West Coast hip-hop and shit. And that's like a rapid departure from what we've typically known from her. In addition to that, she played the LA Fair, which we've talked about in previous episodes. And of course, that place being a fair itself,
Yeah.
music is not a fucking priority.
No, it is definitely not.
So you imagine that this girl is not playing to a fucking crowd.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh man, so she's kind of like taking whatever comes her way to play shows and shit. And then on top of this, she re-released her previous songs, like 2 songs from her first EP, and they sound so much worse. And I got the lore of why that is. Apparently the person that she was working with, or one of the people that she was involved with, had, I don't know, there was some think about like sexual allegations, right?
Yeah.
So what she ended up doing is redoing the song so that it could be representative of her and not the other person. Like, this is squarely on her.
Okay.
And the songs sound fucking worse. So couple this with playing shows. I mean, dude, there was a point, like, I'm not gonna say what the event was, but I did talk to her manager at one point because I wanted to ask her if she'd be interested in doing some type of like charity event for something, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I talked to the manager, and I was given the impression that, oh my, oh, she's kind of above it. Like, she's untouchable, right? Like, you could, by having a manager, you kind of create that illusion that you're selective about what you do. But in more recent memory, like I said, she played the LA Fair, which is not, I personally don't think it's all that, it's not worth the salt to go out there and perform because you're playing to nobody. But she's also been playing like some shows locally that I don't think have helped her. There's this thing called Hello Stranger, and this thing is like soul funk. Like, the person that owns the business kind of has their preference about the music they play, or rather the music that they curate. And that to me is not representative of who she is. And when you amalgamate all these fucking things, like, to me, I've concluded that August Eve, the one that I loved from 5 years ago, that shit's gone. And I don't think it's gonna be the case where things end up getting any better. And I'm like, shit, man, I had a lot of high hopes for her. I think she has a powerful voice. I'm not really sure what happened, but some of the personal choices that she's decided to make about her music and how she's choosing to represent herself, I don't think have been to her benefit. And it's actually making me lose interest in the artist herself. And I hate making an episode like this because I shouldn't be, it's not that I want to put down artists. It's like, dude, you're fucking great, but I just don't see like how this is going to help you get ahead to, make it in the music industry, or to be profitable, or to make this a lengthy career in music. And you have all the tools. Your family is musically inclined. You kind of have the pedigree. You have the voice.
Yeah.
The music's not there though, and the way you envision the music, like as it currently sits, it's not where I'd like it to be. And there's a lot of other people that are convinced. They've fucking reached out to me and said like, shit, man, you're kind of right about this. I know it's not. It's probably not nice to say, but I don't know. It's just like something you see, and you're like, "Fuck, man, this thing's going fucking nowhere."
Yeah, it's turning itself into, I don't know what the word is, but like it's just, and then now it's just like nothing. Like,
yeah, and she wasn't all that consistent with social media to begin with.
You
like,
think that's a problem? You think that's part of the problem? Is if she was more consistent on social media, that this would have maybe changed the...
I don't think, okay, would I say, is it squarely the problem? No, but, much like us, we need to fucking create as many bullets in the chamber to give ourselves any type of success.
True.
And when you're not doing that, you're also, and I hate to say it, but if you're an artist, the way you get yourself out there is by social media. So when you're not doing that, how are you helping yourself get out there and convince people that your music is worthless? Like there's something to be said about posting consistently and giving people the idea that you are serious about this. It's kind of like the same criticism that I had about Chin Chin, which is another band that we've talked about.
Yeah.
They've seen, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding like an asshole, but I'm going to fucking say it. They seem to be falling upwards. They started to accumulate some shows that I think would raise a lot of eyebrows. Recently playing with Hiatus Coyote, which we listened to in the previous episode. And then Ginger Root, who's coming out with an album tonight. They're going to be touring with him for a few shows. So it's like, they're going up. They're not doing a lot of things right, but at least they're going up.
They're doing stuff.
They're doing stuff.
That's the difference, I guess.
And then when you pair the fact that you're playing with really bitchin' artists, well, coolness by association, right?
Yeah.
Coolness by association. You give the illusion to people that, your band is pretty all right if you're playing with this particular artist, especially Ginger Root.
Yeah.
That your music is, it's a form of like validation and legitimacy to have another band say, oh yeah, you're coming on tour with us. You're awesome. We think you're awesome. Everybody else is going to think you're awesome too. So,
this is her, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Yeah. At one point, dude, I was convinced, because she does have quite the voice. I was convinced that fucking August Eve could have done, in my mind, especially with one of her, there's a song called In Whose Image that she released. I was under the illusion that she could have done a James Bond movie. Like, that's how cool her fucking music was. But it's been a fucking drop off in terms of creativity and the music. We haven't got any consistent releases, and I don't know, man. It's all falling apart, man. And I fucking hate to see it, but I'm talking about this because why not, man? Like these are the people that I care about. I want to see them succeed, but this is like a check-in. This is the check-in to say, look at this person. Maybe they're kind of going through something. I don't know what it is, or maybe they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do creatively for their own project. But, at least I care. I fucking care. Like, I want them to win. So, here we are talking about it for this episode.
Yeah. Does she, who's she signed with right now?
I think she's independent.
Oh, that's interesting.
She was signed with Mad Decent Records, which I was telling you before. Which is like Diplo's record label. But I don't think that's the case in more recent memory.
I mean, I don't see anything on here that indicates that, and anything that she has that indicates that she's like part of anybody. You know how they always put like in their fucking bio shit.
And also on top of that, man, her point of contact is a fucking Gmail account. So it's like, she's basically taking care of everything herself at this point.
Well, what's funny is, she has a website, evitaarchive.com. Like, she could make a email account for that.
All right, check the website and see if they, is there like a contact pet tab or something? No contact tab.
Contact evitaarchive@gmail.com.
Oh, well, there you go.
How the fuck did they not get the goddamn email with this? Like, it's all part of the package. Like, it's free when you do it through GoDaddy. Yeah. Man. I need to call her up and be like, yo, you're fucking up, all right?
Yeah, because and then, at least you can give the illusion that you have a manager by saying management at Evita.
Make your own. Yeah, make your own. Just lie. Just be like, oh, yeah, you can talk to and it's your brother or some shit.
I know for a fact people like artists do that.
That's smart. I think that's a great idea.
So that they can kind of think,
it's fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
Because if I don't have a manager and I'm trying to play at some fucking place, Or if I don't have a label or whatever, and I just be like, oh yeah, like for bookings, contact so and so, but it's really like one of the guys in the band. Like,
Yeah, it's just you.
yeah. You'd be like, oh yeah, you want to wait? Hold on a second. You want to book who? Oh, hold on, let me get the guy on the line.
Let me direct you to my manager.
Yeah, hold on. Let me direct you to the guy who we have that works for us that handles this, and then like
It's just you putting on a hat.
Yeah, and then you change your voice a little bit. Hey, buddy, how's it going? My name's Jimmy from the management company. So you want to book these guys, fella?
Yeah, so this was going to be relatively a quick episode just to kind of recap how I personally felt. And people have reached out to me and said the same thing, but they're too afraid to say it out publicly.
That's cool. We'll do it.
I'm like, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm not her friend. I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, like I said, dude, I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but when you see something not going well and you think somebody could be doing better...
Especially when you see someone who's got that level of talent, too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
That's what kills me.
That kills me, and that's why I said that shit in the last BFN episode. 9 times out of 10, hard work and discipline beats talent.
Hard work pays off.
Brother.
Dreams come true. Bad times don't last.
But bad guys do.
All right, that's how I want to end the episode. I want to Razor Ramon, fuck it.
Go to Game Rage Magazine. Go to at Game Rage Magazine on Twitter/X, YouTube, Game Rage Magazine. YouTube.
Game Rage Magazine.
Game Rage Magazine. At Game Rage Mag, Twitter/X. Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. Anime _syndicate _podcast. That'll be it. Goodbye.